Now, what I want to discuss today was not something that I originally wanted to talk about today, but I was having a conversation with one of my girlfriends this morning. And, I've just been reassuring her because she's just in a state of confusion right now because she doesn't know what to think. She said that she wants to go and find peace. She wants to move by the water because she just wants peace over her life right now. And with everything that's going on within America, it's causing her to panic. And I'm sure it's the same way for a lot of people because we're just so misinformed. And then, like, the people that you are supposed to trust to give you your news, they're telling you the wrong stuff. So they're inducing fear. I had said something to her today, and it was just like I just like surprised myself by what I said because, like, when I'm typing, when I'm write, I love to write. But when I write, my thoughts just flow so beautifully. Everything just comes out, well. Like I just put it, I don't know. The picture that I paint in my head, I know how to put that to words in a perfect way. Saying it out loud, I struggle a little. But I had told her that we're living in the future and we're still in a race war. Like, I had to let that sink in because we are literally living in the future and we are still having a race war. And the race war is not black and white. It is not black and white. It is not black and Asian. It is black and black. That is crazy. That is scary. And, somebody like me, I want to bring our community forward because I know where we come from. And I'm pretty sure our ancestors dealing with what they had to go through and to, putting up a fight that they had to fight for us to be where we're at today, according to what we were told. I'm pretty sure that they're not going to want to see us still living a life as if we are oppressed or we are restricted or we don't have these same, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. We don't have the same opportunities as other groups in this country. Our ancestors fought really hard for us to have those things, what we're living in today. And for there to be a group that is basically saying that no, these things aren't happening, like I'm still oppressed, I'm still having a hard time as a black person in this country, that is a slap in the face, in my opinion, to our ancestors because they did work so hard. But in our community, if you don't think how you're supposed to think as a black person, or you don't talk how you're supposed to talk as a black person, whatever it is, you don't subscribe yourself to, the foolishness, you get labeled in a derogatory way. And, like a lot of our trauma, it starts in the household, amongst our own people. We are literally living in a race war and it's 25. And I've said before, I feel like black Americans feel as if we don't have a home. Like, granted, America is our home. It should be viewed as our home, but there's literally a group of people that think that, we are living in a crap place. And it's like, you're making it that way. When you continue to say that, the government is so poor, they treat us bad, yada, 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 there's so much going on, you're creating that. And you're creating that by the way that you're living and the words that you're putting out there, the way that you want to see life. You're creating that for yourself. And then you look around and you think that the world is this bad place, and it's really not. Because, like, I see bad people, but I'm not going to say that, America is completely terrible. There were some bad people that were in power that made it go a certain way that it wasn't supposed to go. I would say that. But I don't know, man. It's just really insane to think that there's still a division amongst black Americans today. And we are always talking about wanting to go back to Africa, the motherland. But those aren't our people. They look like us. They're an extension of us. We're all an extension of each other. We all need each other in this world. But we are an American tribe. They are an African tribe. We have the same skin color, but we're different tribes. And that's like the most basic way that I can break it down, because black people want to run away from that you're an American. We in this country have the same opportunities. We have the same opportunities. It's whether you choose to apply yourself or not. whether you decide to limit yourself or not. Once you decide to stop thinking like everybody else, then you're going to get labeled a derogatory term. You know, you decide to date whoever you want to, you're going to get labeled a derogatory term. And there's Black leaders in the community that is continuing to push this divide. And you would think it sounds like they're empowering you. No, they're limiting you. They're telling you that you need to think this way. They're telling you that you need to fall in line and act like a good Black person, or you're not really Black. And no, how are you going to tell me that I'm Black because I don't agree with the way that you talk? I want to see unity. I don't want to continue to see division. And that's what we have in this country. And the division, unfortunately, is Black people amongst Black people. And it's always been that way. So that leads me to think about what Kanye West said, ages ago. Is slavery a choice? Was it a choice? Because that's what it seems like we're living in right now, like a slave mindset. Like we are just the bottom of the totem pole. And that's not what we are. We come from greatness. We come from beautiful people. We come from intelligent people. Why do y'all not want to represent that? But understand, there's other groups of people that had wonderful people come out of there too, that have taught the world, and we've all learned something from those people too. And that's because we all need each other. I don't want to have a limited mindset. I'm on this planet, compact in this little body, but I want to have unlimited knowledge. I want to have unlimited experiences. And none of us should be limited. None of us should be told what to do. None of us should be told what to think. None of us should be called a traitor or betraying our people. Because in reality, you're not my people if you don't want to see me happy. You're not my people if you think I need to humble myself. You're not my people if you think that I need to fall in line. And if I'm not doing what you think is right, then, I'm a problem. We need unity. We don't want to continue this vibe. We cannot continue to go on like this. Like, it has to end. Stop. We have to stop it. Like, I don't want my kids, I'm fighting so hard. And this is why, I push a message of unity and, thinking for yourself and doing your own research to discover who you really are, because so many people today are running from who they are, and it's because they're scared of who they are, they're scared to discover what they can be. They're scared to discover what they can become, what they can achieve. And it's scary because you're having to step outside of your comfort zone. You're having to learn new information. You're having to mingle with different people. And you should look at that as a challenge and want to step yourself up and want to be able to be in any space. You say that Black people can be in occupy any space because all of this was ours. Country music was ours first. We got to have just everything was ours first. And I don't think that's fair. Cool, we contributed somewhere, but other groups of people contributed also. And they made good music. They made a dope religion, whatever it is. But everything has to be claimed as ours. And it's just we don't even really want what's ours. How do we say that Black people can occupy any spaces, but it's just limited spaces that we're able to occupy? Black people, before it became popular, country music wasn't cool. Now it is more, you're starting to see Beyonce, since she came into the scene, country music is, that's always been ours. But let's be honest, a lot of us was not listening to country music when we were kids. I love Shania Twain. But a lot of Black people was not listening to no daggone country music. A lot of you did not grow up listening to country music. Now all of a sudden, country music's always been ours. We come from the Republican Party. But if you're a Black person, you're a Republican today, you're a problem. But at the same time, Black people, we're allowed to occupy any space. So why? And that's what I mean by the roadblocks that we create for ourselves. It's you can go far, but you can't go too far. And that's how it is in the community today. Living in the future, we are still in a race war, and it's amongst ourselves. But you guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you agree with me or do you disagree? Let me know what you think on this. That's just my theory. But I am an interesting person. But I'll talk to you later.